Today's episode is sponsored by Graham's Windows and Doors. Graham's Windows and Doors are Yeovil's finest purveyor of windows, doors and conservatories. Get yourselves to grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. Check out the reviews, they speak for themselves. It's a lovely family-run company in the local area. That's grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. Now, on with the show.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.
Hello, and welcome to the Steve Calis Show. I'm Steve Calis, and I'm joined, confusingly, by George 1. George, are you okay?
George 1. Well, you used to call me Producer George, but I've noticed you've stopped doing that now.
Well, you stopped producing. So you lost the monarchy, you lost the title.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And by Georgie, George 2. Georgie, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm really good, thank you.
Yeah, good. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's an unusual, because we've only met once, very briefly. And now to be in a garage with two strange men with all these lights pointing at you and cameras.
It's quite overwhelming.
It's unusual. Yeah, it is unusual. But you're doing good.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do today is, for the new listeners, the Steve Calis Show is about our re-education. I'm a stupid man. I didn't pay any attention in school, so I'm re-educating myself. I want to be a better father, a better fiance. My co-hosts, George, Lissy and Kev, they're on their own journeys too. George, how have you been?
I've been okay. Yeah.
You know?
Well, we actually only saw each other 2 days ago. So,
I know.
I did think this when we were like, our normal intro is, what have you been up to this week? But me and Steve have seen each other. So
We've enjoyed it at hip. We went to that Somerset Festival.
How was that? I did see you advertising it online.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, we got messy.
We
What
got
the kids still say that?
You let your hair down.
We did. Yeah. We got. It was really, really good. We got really drunk. It was a sort of bonding experience for us as well, wasn't it?
It
'Cause
was.
before,
Yeah.
I mean, George and I met at McDonald's. We worked there years ago, and we've only podcasted since then. And then George got to be a part of me and all my group of friends, and we had a good knees up. I got very drunk. I was very unwell for a very long time after
I
that.
think I still am.
I still might be drunk.
Yeah.
Still in my blood.
Yeah.
And Georgie, how about you, mate? How have you been? What's new? What have you been up to?
That's
like three questions in one.
Yeah, so where do I start? No, I'm really good, thank you. Really happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I've been up to all sorts, to be fair. I'm
How's work?
busy, grafting. It's really good. The studio, I mean, we took over, it'd be 3 years in November.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's gone so fast. It literally feels about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's starting to get there. It's booming. It's really good. The clients are great. I've now got my sister with me too, which is lovely. So it's
Good.
me, Jade and Shannon.
Yeah.
I've got an apprentice,
Whoa.
which I was like, when the hell did that
That's
happen?
very grown up of you.
I know. I feel like an adult. I'm supervising someone. Like, she's learning from me. It's crazy.
That's
which
really
is
cool.
a really wonderful experience. I think I really took that for granted when you're at school. It's actually really rewarding teaching.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And I'm really excited to be doing it, to be fair. And she's doing amazing. She's going to be better than me one day.
You got to knock her down a peg.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wow. What's this? No? Oh, maybe I'm not a good teacher. So Georgie is a tattooist, very good, local tattooist. And my friend before messaged me before he came on saying, don't show Georgie your tattoos, make sure you wear long sleeves. And that's because I'm covered in the most random tattoos known to man. A lot of them are just names of people I don't even talk to anymore.
They're really nice.
It's a perfect
Thank you,
opportunity for me to advertise my laser machine if you,
Go
if
on.
you would like to get them
To
off.
get rid. Is that your first
Yeah.
thought was, let's get rid of that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in the business for cover-ups, but we've also got the laser machine there now.
Nice.
So
Is that as painful as a tattoo?
the best way I can describe it is, you know when you're cooking an egg and the fat spits at you?
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't throw the egg away and go, bugger that. Like,
True, there's
carry
no
on
product.
cooking
Yeah,
it.
that's
You just
true,
kind of get through it. Like, it's a little bit like that for the first few zaps, and then it's fine. You get used to it. If you can have them put on, you can have them taken off.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have one put on now, these days?
What, like, am I man enough to have one
Yeah,
done
yeah,
now?
yeah.
I've softened over time.
Yeah.
Can I have one? Yeah, because I think the one on the back of my neck was really painful, and I think after that, and there was this sort of, and I don't agree with when people say, didn't really hurt. You know, these people say
It's a
tattoos
lie.
don't
It's
really
lies.
hurt.
It's
Yeah,
all lies.
I've
I
always
think
said
it's
that.
the
I've
worst.
always hate the macho thing of going, got one on my dick, didn't really hurt, and you go, no, you fool, it all hurt. But the one on the back of my neck was like particularly painful. So I feel like after that, I could take a lot of the heat maybe, but I'd make, just because I've grown up doesn't mean I can make any better decisions. I would get another poor tattoo somewhere on me.
Would you rather have a minute-long conversation with your past self or your future self?
I love this question.
That's a good one.
So, right, are we talking time travel? Because as long as there's no butterfly effect, Like
You can't affect.
not
anything
affecting
else.
nothing.
Nope.
Just you as the person.
Yeah, it's totally isolated.
Yeah.
You can't give even if you say to your past self, "Don't do this," they won't remember afterwards. Say
Okay,
that.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would have to say past self. I'd have to offer some advice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Try
definitely.
and guide a little bit more. Try and lead
Yeah,
the way.
definitely, 100%. Because I feel like if I was going to talk to my future self, I would just be asking for all the cheat codes, and I don't want the cheat codes.
Oh yeah.
And could you imagine, right? Get this: if you met your future self and they didn't seem okay,
Oh, what? Yeah, yeah.
do you know what I mean? I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, what's happened?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go
That's
back
very
is
much
good.
the reaction my past self will have to me now. I go, Jesus,
What happened to you? Yeah.
good Lord, God, that's what's going to happen now. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, good answer.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Well, I always it's sad what I say, but we've had this sort of conversation before,
We have.
and I always say to I will always say to my past self, she's coming, she's on her way. Do you have to wait much longer? You know,
I love that.
she's here and she loves you. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I always say.
That's
So
good.
because the past me was always looking for validation in all the wrong places, and I was a bit of a hoe bag, bit of a drunk, bit of a scoundrel, and because the core thing that I was missing was comfort, love, support, and someone
From a good woman.
for a damn good woman, and being able to give those things in
Yeah.
return, and it sort of puts you in your place as a man. I think it makes you feel like you're needed and wanted,
Yeah, it's
and
good.
also there's nothing I can do. I feel like nothing I can do that would fuck that up too badly. We've got each other. So I would say to my past self, you have to wait much longer. She's coming sooner or later. And that's what I would say.
I love that.
So, yeah.
So nice.
Would you rather everything you drew came to life or the power to read people's minds?
Let's ask the artist.
Right, so when I draw, is everything I draw coming to life, or can I switch it on and off?
It's everything. You can't control it.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Oh,
That
it's
is
dark.
a terrible idea. The things we draw and tattoo, and they would be monstrous.
Like
You would be opening Pandora's box if
do you
all
want-
of that came alive.
Yeah, I see. Do you know what my favourite sort of theme of tattoo is? You always get like edgy 50-year-old dudes with like, it's a vampire with boobs. it's that sort of thing. So the world would just be overrun with heavily boobed vampires. Maybe.
There's the Betty Boops and Tasmanian Devils running
Yeah,
around.
loads of that stuff.
Yeah.
Plenty of Pokemon, real life Pokemon.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. And
yeah.
Pokeballs, potentially.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We do a lot of
thing.
horror though. I love doing like horror portraits, like
Oh yeah.
like black and grey realism and stuff. But
Did you
like,
want to do
all the
David
scary
Attenborough?
stuff. Pardon?
Did you want to do David Attenborough? Did you do David
Oh
Attenborough?
no,
tattoo?
I drew David Attenborough. I
So he'd
haven't
come to
tattooed
life.
him yet. I would love to.
So you could preserve him forever.
I could do that.
But
That would
also
be magical.
all the horrifying ones that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you'd have to be really selective in what you drew then, because if everything's coming to life, surely
Yeah.
would I use my powers for good?
Well, that's the choice you got
Ah.
to make. You could be a supervillain,
And you
or
have to be
read
so
people's mind.
selective.
Mine. That's a good power.
Yeah, the trouble is with that, like I've heard enough. Sometimes I turn my hearing aids down. Like I don't. That would be a lot. And I'd imagine if you can't turn the drawing off, you wouldn't be able to turn
That's
the
right.
reading
Yes,
of the
on all
minds
the
off. It
time,
would
yeah.
be, yeah, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Some things should stay private.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And do you know what? When you get really good at like mindfulness and stuff like that and more connection, you can kind of get telltale signs to read people's
Absolutely,
minds
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
your military guy that you were talking about, he would be able to do that to
Yeah.
a certain extent.
I would say that one of the few good things I've been good at in my life, one of the few skills I have, and there aren't many, it's a very short list, is very quickly being able to go, this is a good person with a good energy. But you can say the language is the same. You can say, good energy, bad energy. But that vocabulary just means my subconscious is doing all the work to figure out quickly whether you're a threat to me, threat to my future. I'm very good at very quickly sussing out if someone is someone I could be friends with and connect with, or not. And that feeling, and now I'm older, I never ignore that feeling.
No,
there's always a nagging
always go
feeling
with
of,
that gut feeling.
Something about this dude isn't right. And,
Yeah.
and so I'm very good at, I think, making people feel comfortable, making people feel relaxed. But I'm very good at gauging people.
I think
so.
I'm very, very good at that now. I used to be terrible at it, but now really good. I can see a streak in people sometimes, and I think you need to watch that.
Yes.
But if I fancy you, can't see it. Totally blind
Blind
to
either.
it.
Lust
Gone.
goggles, lust
yeah,
goggles.
lust goggles straight on. I'm terrible for that.